Hey guys, welcome to my second progression series. I'm going to be doing this as a 0. I'll be doing this just a little bit different from the first time though. This is also my first time using Adobe Premiere, so please bear with me. Getting right into it, we're just going to keep it short and simple. I'll be doing all the bosses solo. I won't be using Arcana Farmer for any of my mesas or nodes, but I will be using my 5 other mules to do CRA and all the weekly bosses for mesa. I won't be using a Kishin mule, but I will be using a totem. No other buffs except for my own. I will be taking MVP buff though. I'll take that as an exception. No carries of course, and anything in my storage is free to use. To give myself a head start for this series, I am giving myself a couple bill and a few nodes to use to give myself a boost early. Again, this is my own rule set. These rules are only set for me. I believe anyone should just play how they want to play, and this is how I'll play. Now getting to the goals. Short term, I want to kill Root Abyss. Also want to take down Gollux so I can get the equips, because they changed that. And slowly push for 120% meso and get some drop rate possibly. Then push for early levels, so probably hit to 220. As ridiculous as it sounds, my goal is to take down Will. Unlike my Phantom Progression series, I stopped at Damien. This time I'm pushing all the way to Will. My mechanics currently as 0 are really bad. Hopefully with enough time and practice, I'll be better with this class. When I started my 0, my first and only goal was to finish the story quest and push for 200 as soon as possible. But before that I had to make my character cute. Fashion story over Maple story. Alright, so after dropping half my stimulus check on just looks alone, I started cubing. Before 0 came out, I did prep and save 2.7 bill. Fortunately, I did land 2 line of attack and then 1 line of boss. It being a 0, the potential flame, soul, and stars transfer over when you upgrade. I'm going to be skipping forward quite a bit just to skip the boring parts. I did finish most of my pre-quests after hitting 180. My main goal early was just to push for 200 and then fill up my equipment slots. After taking about 3 days to push for 200, I did start the Vanishing Journey pre-quest. At around this time also, I did 17 star my weapon. I didn't have enough meso to push for 22, so I'm going to keep it at type 7 until I have enough to do that. Most of my equips at this point are around 6% strength. I think at around this point I did normal Gollux, and that was probably the hardest boss I could do at that point. Going forward about 5 more levels, I attempted Hard Von Leon, I did clear it. I'm slowly working towards the Ifia ring. Around this time I did create the Meister set, so I went the Meister ring, shoulder, and earring. Highly recommend going the alien set instead of the Meister set, but I want to save a couple days and my own sanity from not doing alien PQ. Right after Hard Von Leon, I went straight to Chaos Pink Bean to attempt it. This was probably the hardest boss I've ever fought in my life, because all it does is just debuff you, reverse you, seduce you, you don't have Hero's Will. It's just the worst boss to fight when you can't one-shot it. At around this time I did hit 6k stat. I did solo normal Magnus, but I didn't put that in or save the clip because I don't think it was that important to keep. The next day I did push for 210 and then went to go clear Cygnus the next day just so I can finish my Meister shoulder. After spending a couple hours finding soul enchanters, it took me around like my 15th try for it to actually work, and now I'm just hopefully going for 3% attack. And unfortunately I didn't get it. Over the course of the next 2 days, I slowly progressed to 220. This map was extremely lazy grinding. They flew by in an instant. From the event, you can get a potion to level up from 219 to 220, which I also use the same potion from 209 to 210. Before the event ends, I'm going to be pushing for 230 also. Of course, when you hit 220, you have to finish your Lachlan pre-quest. After finishing up with my Lachlan pre-quest and getting the symbol, I did go to hard Gollux and try to attempt it. Here are my current equips right before the fight for Gollux. 2 Mesa equips, and running 6-set boss. Also running the 3-set Meister. Also got to cubing my emblem and landed 2 lines of IAD, so 70 IAD, along with a attack line. Briefly went over my stats there. I'm at 7k stat, along with 200 boss on alpha and beta, along with around 80 to 90 IAD. I did manage to pull 2 IAD familiars, equaling up to 30% IAD there. I did forget to show you guys my link skills. I do have most of the bossing links that you normally should have. My Legion Ward is also optimized for crit damage and boss damage. I did mess up and I went for the shoulder instead of the abdomen, and that cost me a couple lives. Overall, not a bad run. The only thing I had to be careful of was the reverse from the eyes. Zero has a lot of skills that you can use to dodge the hands. In this fight, I try to keep my character as still as possible, meaning just not using Alpha's mobility skills. After clearing the eyes, it's pretty much just a damage check. Unfortunately, unlike my Phantom, I didn't get any drops this time. The equips are exactly the same as my Hardlux run, and here are my nodes. My main boost nodes are around level 30 right now. That includes the node enhancement for about 4 slots. I did manage to get 8 badges to fill up that window. Currently I don't have a familiar that has IAD or boss for a 3rd slot, so I'm not going to bother with it for now. Here are my stats. Fully buffed, I'm at 7k stat. Both alpha and beta's boss damage is around 200 or 230. Additionally, the crit rate is both at 100%, and your crit damage for alpha being 105 and beta's being 55. I know I'm no 5k Edon, but this is still good enough for me. Big shout out to him. Oh, I forgot to turn transparency down because I cannot see. Oh my god, please. I'm a bigger. This is going really quick. Like, too quick. Double tapped into that one. I'm walking away. And mop. Had to tag for that, or I would have died. I'm so dead. No, not dead actually. Not dead. Forgiven. Over here, thank you. I'm lucky. I double tapped into that. Oh, you hate to see it. This one has humongous range, holy shit. Just doing it for damage because I don't care. I'm dead. Ah. The good old combo. Still have an iframe to use, but I should use it, and I'm dead.
Feels like I'm breathing in for the first time. Wide open eyes, I'm seeing it all.
Ooh, I thought he would do it sooner. Oof.
First time in years.
Okay, we're kinda close. I don't have an iframe, so
Look how far I made it now.
yeah, I should have tagged
Now
that.
that I made it out, I
Still doable.
don't want no waste any more heart.
Never mind. And there's too many fucking meteors.
What I haven't yet. Oh, the whole damn world is waiting there for me.
Okay.
Nothing can hold me back, and maybe I'm fine with that.
Holy shit.
I wanna be right now. I wanna scream till my lungs give out. Oh, this is what it means to be alive. And I wish the time would just slow down. I can't get enough of life right now. Oh, this is what it means to be alive. I wanna live, I wanna be right now. I wanna scream till my lungs give out. Oh,
Yeah, bind is up. We don't have anything else, but I'm pretty sure it's GG.
and I wish the time would just slow down. I can't get enough of life right now. Oh, this is what it means to be alive.
Oh my god, we fucking did it. We fucking shit. Oh, no way. Oh, fuck this boss. I hate this boss. So there's my first week. I'm very happy with what I've done so far. This class is very forgiving. I still got a lot to learn though. I like to jot down all my milestones, along with my mesos used just to keep track of it. The first 2.7 bill was from when I saved it, from before 0 came out. The next big lump sum would be 1.7 bill from the last reset. And then day 7 would be the next week's reset. On average I make around 1.7 bill per week. As for next week's goals, I am hoping to hit 235 so I can get the Aspera symbol and hopefully push all of my symbols to around 540 so I can start farming in Arcana. The big objective for next week is to get Chaos Root Abyss equips. I think the hardest boss I'll probably ever fight will probably be Clown. After I get all my equips, I'll probably 9% strength everything. Hopefully by next week Sakuma will drop me a face accessory. I'm not sure when the next video will come out, most likely it will be on the next 2 weeks. Or maybe I can make this into a weekly thing. Anyways, thanks for watching.